Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I am doing a unboxing slash official release video of the Ikoria Lair of Behemoths expansion for Magic the Gathering. So this is going to be my first unboxing video that I've ever done. So if it's rough, oh well. But I do have a couple cameras set up here, so we'll see how this goes. First thing you're going to need is the expansion box. I actually pre-ordered this. It's the Fat Pack box in it comes with a alternative pre-art premium foil classification card, 10 15 card expansion packs. The card box that comes in it looks, well, look something like this one here. 20 premium foil lands and 20 regular lands, and a spin down die used for counting your life, as well as 2 reference cards and 6 counter cards. So these are like your little token creatures that you just throw out willy-nilly. Now, also I have my little knife here. Nice little jackknife, spring assist, not a switchblade. People have gotten on me about this blade before. It's completely legal. I have 4 hard covers for cards that I will be putting some of the more rare finds in this into, as well as 4 soft sleeves to just add another layer of protection on them. So I am hoping to keep some of these cards very good condition for a long time, and that's why I have those set up. So without any further talking, I think it's about time that we open up this box. Okay, so as you can see, here's the box. You have your little reference card for explaining the new mechanics. A little thing about the story, giving you access to some of the story that comes with this expansion. That's just the security thing. This is just another little box that they use as filler. Nothing in it. See? So, okay. And of course the sleeve that it came in. It has some interesting art on the inside, so I may just end up trying to carefully take this apart afterwards and frame this up somewhere. I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but it's got some art in there. So I will try to save that for later. Now we're going to get to the box. So this is the box. Let's open her up and take a look. Ooh, this guy's a hefty spin down. Nice and big. Like, look at that. That's pretty big. Most of the dice I have are about like that big ish. So we have that. Now these cards. We have, oh, they're not. They're little tokens like this. Cool. I didn't expect to find those in there. So we have the just little information cards here. Information about the formats. So this has all the formats on it that you can have. There's more formats available, but those are just the more common ones. So I'm just going to put that card over there. And another information card on attacking and Planeswalker loyalty, which a lot of people don't know how that works. So, yes, my camera's pretty high up here looking down. So, yeah. So that's how that works. And then the attacking and blocking as well. That's a nice one. Okay, so these are likely just going to be the lands. And yeah, so the reason I have this this dishcloth down is so that I don't damage any of the cards. And actually, I also have some gloves to help protect them a little bit more from hand oils. Now, these ones I'm not too worried about because they're just going to be the lands. But the other little pack definitely have to be a little bit more careful of because it has the promotional art of classification. I'm just going to get these on now. Okay. Now for the special promo art. So this is what it looks like. For those of you looking there. So it's right on top, so it's nice and easy to see. So let's open this up. Did that do anything? Yes, it did. Okay. So yeah, this is a really nice card. Like, look at that. That's a beauty card. I don't know if it's focusing on it, but like here. That's a beautiful card. Yeah, so honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this card personally, but it's beautiful. I don't like the way that it taps the creature after giving it a +20/+20, but I mean, that makes sense mechanically. So that is definitely going to be a candidate for being put into my 4 sleeves and things that I have over here. Oh, another thing is all the fat packs do have a nice little box like this now. So if you find that your box is too big for your cards, you can just kind of pop it in and it kind of fills up the space a little bit. Prevents the cards from falling over as much. But you can also just put it the other way around and have your dice or whatever in there, your counters and other things. Okay, so apparently there was an issue with one of my cameras filming. It did not record anything past the first 4 seconds. So to recap, a lot of interesting things that we got. Ended up choosing these 4 for the fancy storage. Very nice cards. Managed to pull 3 of the ultimatum cards, which very nice. Now I am not going to use my gloves for this because I'm not too concerned about these cards in particular. It was more, I didn't know which cards I was going to put in these, so I used gloves for those. So I'm just going to stack those right now. Interesting cards. So my rares that I managed to get. I think that's it, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, these were the rare cards that I received from these packs. So I did not get any mythic rares. Exactly, but wait, maybe I have another one? I just I had another one in here. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, there it is. I must have missed pulling that one out. Okay, so those were my rare cards that I drew. Of course, the classification came as a support card, but just a premium card that you get. So you have these cards. This is really going to be a different video than I intended, and I'm not too happy about that. But you know what? That's all right. You roll with what you get. So yeah. So to recap, the ultimatums, really interesting cards. They have the ability to completely turn the match around. You go from, with a ruinous ultimatum, you can destroy your entire opponent's side of the board, basically preventing, like, yeah. So you destroy everything that's not a land that's on their board. All the permanents gone. Everything. Sorcery stay, instant stay, that's it. So Emergent Ultimatum. Search your library for up to 3 monocolored cards with different names and exile them. An opponent chooses one of those cards. Shuffle that card into your library. You may cast the other cards without paying their mana costs. Exile Emergent Ultimatum. Okay, so that's interesting because you basically get 2 cards that your opponent thinks aren't as dangerous as the one that they pull from your 3, and yeah. So you can just go, oh, you know what? I have 3 really dangerous creatures of different colors. Pick one. Okay, I'm going to cast those other 2 onto the field. I now have 2 very strong creatures on the board. How are you going to deal with that? So that's how that one could be played. This one is really good for if you're like running out of cards in your hand and you just need to get something out there. Basically, you can target player gains 5 life, so usually you want to do yourself on that. Then you deal 5 damage to any target. Player, planeswalker, or card. Any one of them. Or creature. And then you draw 5 cards. So really restocks your hand while you're destroying possibly one of their bigger threats and you're healing yourself, so not bad. Mythos of Vadrock, interesting card, deals 5 damage to creatures or planeswalkers as you choose, and if a white and blue mana was spent to cast it, those creatures do not untap, or no, they can't attack or block or activate any of their activated abilities, which is a really good way to lock down a planeswalker. This guy, you have the companion mechanic, which allows for this card to be technically outside of the game, kind of like your commander in commander decks. And then it will only if you meet the requirement for their companion ability. In this case, this guy's companion ability is that all cards in your deck must be even converted mana costs. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so forth. All those symbols have to add up to one of those. Now, whenever he enters the battlefield, each player puts the top 5 cards of their library into their graveyard, and I believe it's you put a creature card with an even converted mana cost from among those cards onto the battlefield under your control. So you can take from their graveyard, your graveyard, doesn't matter, those 4 cards from everyone, you get to pick an even converted mana cost card. If you have more of these, you can keep pulling these guys out. They are also 6/6s, which means they're somewhat of a threat. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile target red, white, or black creature card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 1/1. It gains haste until your next turn. So you can use that to get 3 1/1s out with haste and slam. Slam them. Yeah, easy. Skycat Sovereign, really good because his his last ability for a white, blue, and 2 mana, he can create a 1/1 flying cat bird, which will actually ramp him up as well because of his other ability, which means he gets a +1/+1 for every creature with flying you control. Really useful, really powerful, but takes a little while to ramp up. That's the only problem. So, and then Labyrinth Raptor, Menace. Whenever a creature you control with Menace becomes blocked, defending player sacrifices a creature blocking it. And for a black and a red, creature you control with Menace gets a +1/+0 until end of turn.
He'll be going home to Clinton.
Yeah, so those are the other ones. Now, these cards I selected more so because of their art style and a little bit of rarity, but like their art style, their collectability, things like that. So like this one is the alternative art premium foil card that came in the box, which, I mean, a lot of people are going to have it, but you know what? It's alternative art. You're not going to see a whole lot of them in circulation. Might as well. You have Glowstone Recluse, which is a foil as well with a alternative art. Kogla, the Titan Ape, who is based off of King Kong, but is not King Kong because it doesn't have the Godzilla skins. And then the Sea Dasher Octopus because it's rare and has an alternative art. So those are cool. So those are the rares that I got. I'm just gonna stack those, put them on the side. Also, something to note, these cards that have these tokens, they're punch out. So you can punch out the little tokens like so. And you, on one side, it has the one ability. On the other side, it has a different ability. Very good to note. Didn't realize that when I first got them until I opened up the 3rd pack and I noticed that they were different symbols on them. And I realized, oh wait, they're reversible.
is
So good for that. Okay. One of my favorite cards, Vulpikeet. Not very scary on its own, but if you have... Come on, where are you? I know I have a couple copies of this.
no, the paternal grandparents don't have custody. The
Boop,
matriarch.
boop, 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 boop.
No.
Mysterious egg.
Yes.
Do, do, do.
Tate.
Where is it?
T-A-I.
Must have been pretty far down then. Mysterious egg, but that doesn't help me right now.
As in Tom. Yeah, Tate.
Do, do,
Yeah,
do.
Yes.
There's Essence Symbiote. Okay. So, if you were to have, for instance,
Sometime Sunday.
a Mysterious Egg and Essence Symbiote on the field, and then, for instance, let's say you throw out a Vulpikeet, mutate it onto your Mysterious Egg. You now have given your Vulpikeet an instant +3/+3 in tokens. That is pretty damn good. Now what happens if you also have a Glowstone Recluse and you mutate that onto your Vulpikeet? That now becomes another +5/+5 on top of it. Because this guy gets +2, +1/+1, that's 4 +1/+1 counters. Plus this guy, who gives you another one, that's 5 +1/+1 counters. Now, something else to notice. This guy gives you life. You now, by doing this combo, manage to get 4 life on top of getting a massive creature out there. This is scary. People are going to want to destroy it. Make sure you have some other things on your board that can take out some threats. Or just things that can get over them. Smack them. That's my tips. Also have a bunch of other interesting cards in here. But if you've been watching my streams of the expansion on Magic the Gathering Arena, you probably have noticed how they play a bit better and how I like to play. I will be trying out some black things soon. I'm not too comfortable with black myself, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, also got some cool lands. So, Bloodfell Caves, Windscarred Crag, Jungle Hollow, and a couple of Tranquil Coves. All of them interesting art with a kind of crystalline motif. As with all the land from this expansion, they all have this kind of crystalline motif. Well, I am kind of disappointed that that did not go better. Also, a quick rundown of those things in there. You also have the spin down die, which is significantly large for its size. Yeah. Okay. I think that's everything. Oh, also, nice little box for inside the box. Thank you for watching. I will be back I stream on Thursdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thursdays are for Smite, and Fridays are for Friday Night Magic on Magic the Gathering Arena. Again, I will hopefully be doing some black decks coming soon. I am not comfortable with them myself, however, I will be trying my hand at them. Stay tuned for those, and I will see you next time. Hello.